Ronald Pipkins is a survivor celebrating an anniversary. 1 year ago, Mr. Pipkins came to the VA Southern Nevada Healthcare System's North Las Vegas Medical Center seeking treatment for what he thought was a cold. Little did he know, he would end up being the first confirmed diagnosis for COVID-19 in the state of Nevada.
But then they said they're going to get me a bed, and I called a friend of mine, and I said, Tina, I need you to come. And she came to my room, and they said the visitation's over. She had a prayer with me, and that's the last I remember. The next time I opened my eyes, I was in a dark room, and I had no idea where I was, literally. I was just like blank, like, how did I get here?
What started as a routine visit ended up being close to 2 months in the hospital, about half of that in isolation, sedated into a coma, and on a ventilator. For many COVID patients, once you're placed on a ventilator, your odds of recovery decrease significantly. However, Mr. Pipkins beat the odds and eventually was discharged to a rehab facility.
Here, so I'll get you started.
But like many COVID patients, Mr. Pipkins still has lingering impacts of the virus.
I used to work in the restaurant business. I used to chop this up in like a minute and a half.
And things that were easy before his infection are now very difficult.
It was a long time before I could actually write, and I still have a lot of problems with my hands. I have arthritis in both my hands. And so each day I'm so grateful just to stand up. And I get fatigued sometimes doing the very simplest things, but I feel very grateful and very blessed that I'm here today.
The disease had a far-ranging impact on his family as well. With his daughter off to college out of state, his son, Ron Jr., ended up disenrolling from the college he was set to attend in Washington state, enrolled in school in Nevada, and became his father's caretaker.
I didn't physically bathe him or anything. He definitely wanted to do that by himself, and I just stuck by nearby, but I just did basic things like food preparation and cleaning out his feeding tube that they left in. So
Yeah.
And then for the past year, it's been good to see him. He's moving around, can be on his own now, and
I'm gonna start on this thing.
for a while, I used to take things for granted. Waking up, seeing your dad and everything, and wanting to go to the park and throw a football or whatever. And when there was a moment when he was in the hospital, it hit me that I may not ever get to do that again. So so hanging out with him has been awesome, and seeing the growth and everything is the simple things that we take for granted. So.
As Mr. Pipkins continues his path to recovery, rehab, and normalcy, there's a hopeful bookend to his journey. 1 week short of exactly 1 year since he was admitted, he returned to the North Las Vegas Medical Center to receive his first of 2 doses of the coronavirus vaccine. And despite the 2 months he spent here, he says it's great to come back and catch up with those who treated him.
I'm always excited to be here in the hospital because the heroes that saved my life are here. So, I'm always happy to be in the presence of the heroes.
Reporting for the VA Southern Nevada Healthcare System, I'm Joshua Gray.